I I absolutely hated when I was a chef back in my first job. So for those that don't know what I did for my first job, I was a chef at this Korean restaurant. And you know, it was going good. It was going good when I first started there. They was treating me well. You know, they was treating me well until they said I wasn't pulling my weight. And then somehow magically I started pulling my weight and ended up becoming a head chef in the kitchen. I started running the kitchen too. But this is not about that right now. This is about the bullshit that I endured and that I made other people endure because I didn't know no better. I worked there from 2021 to 2022. Yeah, so a year and a half I worked there. And towards the end, when I was employed at that job, I noticed a lot of things that just weren't, you know, that weren't safe, that weren't sanitary, that wasn't healthy. I mean, it's fried chicken. That shit, it don't get no more unhealthier than that. But it was really the conditions of the food that we was forced to serve. Not necessarily forced, but you get in trouble if you threw out food. Because I got in trouble for throwing out food. So the main dishes at the restaurant were fried chicken. So like you'll have drumsticks, or you'll just have the small wingettes. They were just called wings. And we fried them in bulk because, you know, we get a lot of orders, we get rushes and stuff like that because it's a pretty popular place. So after we fried them all in bulk, whatever we had left after closing time, like when we already cleaned up and everything, we didn't throw it out. We did not throw it out. We didn't give it away. We weren't allowed to take it home. It sat there all night until we came back in the morning to open up again. Which is crazy work. Like, absolutely disgusting. Like, look at this. We had to serve that the next morning to customers. And I felt so bad because, like, bro, you are eating food that was left out overnight. Mind you, we had mice. We had other types of bugs crawling in the kitchen. It was just crazy. It was just crazy. That wasn't even the worst part. The worst part is that some of the chicken had mold on it. Or what looks like mold, but it looked like this. This was the chicken. We had to serve it. Now that piece that was in my hand that I took, I obviously threw that out, but still, like, if we didn't see it, or it was definitely there, it was definitely there. The other bullshit that I endured was kind of crazy within itself. I sprained both my wrists, like I think my second day working there, because I didn't know how to handle the big baskets that we used to pick the chicken up out the fryer. So we would drop all of it in the fryer, and there'd be these big strainer basket things. Had to pick one up, take the other one on top, shake it. But the way they told me how to do it is pick up all the chicken. So I'm picking up all the chicken without knowing the technique or anything like that, and boom, cracked both my wrists, dropped them shits. They was not happy. They was not happy at all. So got yelled at about that, and eventually I ended up like learning how to do everything. But that shit hurt, and there wasn't nothing I can do about it because I didn't know, like, hey, I got injured on the job. You know, I didn't know shit about workers' comp or anything like that. So yeah, I was kind of cooked because of my lack of knowledge. The staff there, was cool. The staff was cool. Like we all like spoke to each other, all told jokes. You know, I would even cook them food whenever it wasn't busy and things like that, because that's the only thing I miss about that job. I was allowed to eat free. You know, as much as I want for free. Same thing with the staff in the front, like the servers and all that. We was allowed to eat free, make our own food, you know, and like, here, can you make me this, Mape, I want some chicken, Mape, can you make me some fries? I'm the fry guy. Damn it. Sidebar. So the whole fry guy joke is when there was this girl that worked at the same establishment. And, you know, I wanted to get to know her. I was going to flirt with her and all that. And I texted her on Instagram, like, hey, it's Mape. I'm the fry guy from earlier.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. I am a corny individual. Still am. It's just a lot of things that were going on. Like, there would be times where I would be the only person at work for like an hour and a half, up to 2 hours, doing all the orders, both the chicken side and the grill side. And what pisses me off is that the manager would be there in the office and I would ask him for help. He wouldn't help. He was like, oh, no, you got it. You worked hard already. We see that you work hard, so you can do it. Come to find out, this nigga is just in the office watching Netflix. Nigga, help me. So yeah, I was working a lot. Like I was working my ass off, and then on top of that, we didn't get breaks either. Like we didn't get breaks. We didn't have to clock out for no break and none of that. Like we would just work like a fucking sweatshop for $14.50 an hour. By the way, that shit was crazy. With the part that I'm about to get into now, it's kind of fucked. During a lot of instances, I peeped the way how the managers would employ women who were like just now either still in high school as a seniors or just now getting out of high school. The way he would talk about them, like when he called me to the office, he's like, yo, that looks good, right? You want a piece of that? It's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? You are 40. Like, yeah, it's like that shit just rubbed me the wrong way, and I was not fucking with it. I still don't fuck with it. And then he would just come crazy and be very manipulative. Like there would be times where I would want to take the day off, and then he'd be like, oh, but we need people, you know, like, and you're the only person that's good, and I don't want to have to go in there and train anybody to do their job right, even though I already trained them, and then I might have to let them go, I might have to fire them because you're the best in the kitchen. That was some bullshit. So me being a dumbass, not knowing any better, I went to work. I got that money though. It wasn't a lot, but I got that money. And speaking of work and money, eventually I ended up getting 2 days off because they said, oh, we're gonna get in trouble because you're working 70 hours a week, so we have to cut your hours. The whole time they didn't want to pay me no overtime. Like I was in there from 10 o'clock in the morning to damn near 10 o'clock at night. A full 12 hours. Then on top of that, this was the time I ain't had no car. I ain't had no license either, so I had to wait for the bus. And if the bus ain't get here, whoop-de-doo. Job is in Union. At the time, I lived all the way in East Orange. That's like what? 7 miles away? 5 to 7 miles away? I'd have to walk that, I had to call an Uber, which is expensive as fuck, or I had to get my bike, which I ended up getting towards the end of like everything. I got a bike, and I didn't even wait on the bus no more. I just rode to and from work, 5 miles. Not bad, good exercise, but shit, man. Having to ride through different cities, especially riding through North New Jersey and Irvington with a bike, and it's just me, very dangerous. Can't even do that. And then I had a talk with the manager explaining how like, yo, I'm gonna need to take some days off, you know? And this and that. And then he was saying like, oh, you don't want your mom to be working or anything like that. Like just listen to this, cause I screen recorded the voice memo of what he was saying and shit about my mom.
Can do for you then. If there's nothing that you can talk with your mom, at least you can work half day.
Yeah.
For you, you know, if you can work half day, we can do that. You can still be assistant manager, but I'm making exception to you. You can just come here at half day, and we're just gonna put it per hour. You get what I'm saying? Alright. So ask your mom if there's something that maybe in the future. It's still long anyway.
Yeah.
Just ask her if there's any plan that you can just adjust it, because I do believe she gonna die early. I'm sorry, she gonna die early for doing that. She's not young anymore. You know. I do believe she's older than me by a little bit, right? And working for that age, 48 hours a day, is really fucked up.
Yeah. Right. Disrespectful as fuck. And it hits even different now considering my mom's been diagnosed with cancer last year. So now it's like, damn, you know, that shit, now it hits even deeper. But we ain't gonna get into her health or anything like that. That whole fucking job experience was just creepy. Especially the boss and everything. Like they had the camera set up to where you could see the cleavage of the female servers. I don't mean to use female like in a degrading term, but of the women servers, where they were seeing like the top of their breast and all of that when they would take the food from the window at the counter. And all of that shit just did not sit well with me, and I got the fuck out of there. Like when I quit, I didn't say I quit. I just took my uniform off at the end of my shift, like usual, walked out the door. I threw my uniform shirt in the garbage, got on my bike, I ain't never looked back. They called me, I was like, yo, mate, where are you? We need you. Mate, You're not answering the phone, pick up the phone. I ain't give a fuck. I left. That's the worst job I ever worked. I didn't know much more details because it was years ago. But all of these images were the main reasons why I left. Fuck that job. And also, if you want the name of that place, I'm not gonna give it right now because I'm working on something. But I cannot reveal my plans, or else the haters will sabotage me.